Welcome, fans, to our season opener for the All Out Monster Truck Series. It is a brand new era, and we're super excited to kick it off here in Anaheim, California. I'm Thomas Frasco, and we have a special guest. I'm pretty much going to be calling him Mr. Energy because he brings the energy into the commentary booth. Super Baymax Zero, welcome back to TF Motorsports, and welcome to the second season of the All Out Monster Truck Series. How you been?
First of all, great nickname as well. Second of all, I've been doing well. Now, I cannot really participate in this sadly because I just wanted to sit back and watch the show for you. But Anaheim, one of the very popular places as well, and one of my favorite tracks as well. Thomas, we got a great lineup here as well. Some of the famous names as well, and yeah, it's just a fun night as well. Also, you probably can call me the Colt Stevens 2.0 if you want.
The Cole Stevens 2.0. But yeah, we're super excited to get this underway. So let's quickly go over the competitions for tonight and what these drivers are going to be facing. So first will be the qualifying competition, and this will be a competition that the drivers will be going through two lanes. They're going to go the left lane, and then they're going to go into the right lane. Their fastest time will be the time that they will have going into the monster truck racing competition. After qualifying, we're going to have our first side act, and that's going to be some rock crawlers as they're going to be going and putting on a show for you fans. Then we're going to have the monster truck racing competition, the main competition of the evening, where the second out of the 2 points competitions will be happening right in front of your eyes, and it'll be the main event of the night. We'll have some close neck-and-neck battles, and on this St. Louis-style racing course, anything can happen. And then we'll have a quick little intermission. Then we'll have some go-karts, a little bit of a fan favorite in the side acts here tonight. And then we will not be leaving after that. We still have some bonus freestyles for you fans, as these drivers who want to stick around will put on a pretty spectacular show. And we are super excited to get this underway. So, Baymax, what is your thoughts going into our first event of the season?
Well, honestly, many of the drivers here are actually really amazing here as well. You got the likes of Coop the Boss, who was behind the wheel, I believe, a son of a digger. Then we have Omar Sullivan, who's also representing Team Gravedigger, bringing in a new body style as well. But then we have my man, Graves, Horsepower Prowler, and Max D coming out here as well. I watched him recently, and I don't know what tour it was, with Sonic Heroes, and he looked pretty amazing. So some of these guys you got to watch out for as well. And I messed up that last name on Omar's name. I screwed it.
And now we're ready to soon get things underway, ladies and gentlemen. Our first competition is the Monster Truck Qualifying Competition. This is the first out of the 2 points competitions, as we have qualifying and racing as the points competitions going in for this season and beyond for the All Out Monster Truck Series. So with these two competitions, points are crucial. So these drivers want to put on a clinic, and they really want to try to get the best runs possible in both qualifying and racing. And we'll soon start off with Felipe in Uproar. He'll be your first competitor in this competition. And so what will happen is he'll start off in the left lane, then he'll start off in the right lane after that, and then his fastest time will be the one that he will have going in to the monster truck racing competition, which is later tonight. He's now pulled up to the line. Felipe in the Devilish Motorsports Uproar. Again, he's got a couple of different paint jobs with this different team. And now he is now at the line. And we got a couple of people who are helping out with lights and different note taking. So we want to thank those drivers for that. Omar is going to be helping out and give out the staging lights. I have the time, the stopwatch. So I'll be giving out the times when he crosses the finish line. So it's all set and ready. Now, Omar's able to put the red and green in chat. Oh, he's actually got a countdown, which is good. Honestly, I forgot you could do that. All right, so here we go. Uproar for his first time. Felipe did a pretty good job.
Oh, man. Look out. Look out. Look out.
Over.
And that's a DNF. That's RII has been called on Felipe and that beautiful Uproar. Hey, have a new body style as well, Thomas. I forgot to point that out.
Well, his first run did not go as planned. He still has the right lane to do one pass, so he still has a shot. He's just got to be careful. Again, with the way how that truck is set up, it can be a little bit tough, so we're going to have him go again. The truck flipped back over. He's back to the line, so we're going to see how he does in his second pass. His first pass was a DNF. Felipe
also,
Uproar at the line.
I also got to point this out, Thomas. That body just looks amazing. Almost reminds me of an ice version of Uproar, even though it's not part of Monster Jam. But that's pretty amazing. Hey, nevertheless. And, although he already rolled it, but this is not breakable. I can't wait to see what he's got.
Yeah, it's got a pretty nice little color in there. All right, so Omar's going to do red and green this time. A little bit more traditional.
As Sting once says, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to wait for Omar to get the red and green. It's go time!
Nice jump. Now he's got to watch out for that turn, and this time it's much more cleaner, so he's on the route to getting a time. He's got that last corner now.
Let's hope he doesn't actually clip any areas or rolls it over, and he's going to make it over there. Nice run for Felipe in the Uproar.
18.002 is going to be the time for Uproar here in Monster Truck qualifying. 18.002. That's the time for Uproar. So a pretty good start for tonight's qualifying, as the first run unfortunately did not go as planned, but the second run was clean and he got it done. And we're about to see who will be next up for qualifying while we write down the information. So going into this whole entire season, Baymax, what is an event that's really sticking out to you? What's an event that you're really looking forward to watching here in the booth?
Honestly, all of them, basically. I just love to watch big machines, big tires, go full boogie till on any of these tracks as well. I'm just going to say all of them. Hey, that's what more can you say, Thomas?
Shout out to Full Boogie Tilt. All right, so we're getting ready for our next.
Thomas.
All right, so next up is going to be Coop in Son of a Digger. So from what we've seen with Coop, and he's already spawned in, he's already in game. So one thing to note about Coop, he joined in the server on the last day of Season 1, so unfortunately he could not sign up in time to compete on that last event and possibly get a chance to get out a racing title. But now here he is, making his full season debut in the All Out Monster Truck Series, but even though that he's making his debut, he is not a new timer. He has been somebody who's been in here for a long, long time, since pretty much the old Monster Meltdown days from 2020. And yeah, going from Max D to all sorts of different trucks, and now he's in Son of a Digger, ready to go.
And I also believe he also drove Monster Energy, which was a season I believe he debuted as. There goes Coop the Boss right now, and Son of a Digger. Got a little bit of a height on that jump. As he makes it over to the straightaway for the final turn. Let's see what he's got.
He's got a really good line here as he comes down to that jump.
Look at him go! What a run for Son of a Digger and Coop the Boss.
17 seconds flat was his first time. 17 seconds flat for the left lane. Meanwhile, he has the right lane now to get a time in. So
imagine if he goes under 16 seconds, though, Thomas. That's something.
There's a possibility. I mean, that pass was really, really quick, and he was super close to getting to that margin. but we're going to see how he does in his second pass. He is already fastest qualifier, but can he get quicker? Man,
Let's find out as he's already off as he almost hiked there for a minute. Final turn.
Yeah, that rebound kind of scares me a little bit when he gets into those turns, but it seems like it's setting up. Oh, he got into 16. Oh my
goodness, he's going.
16.
What more can you say from Coop the Boss?
16.365 for Son of a Digger. How
That
about
man
that for Coop?
That man can go full boogie tail, hands down. What a run!
16.365 for Coop the Boss, your new #1 qualifier as of right now in Monster Truck competition. Man, he put on just a fantastic run from top to bottom.
Thomas, this is why I'm scared of going against Coop the Boss. That man is fast in those lanes, and he showed you why.
All right, coming up next in the Monster Truck qualifying competition is GC. Seems to be a brand new driver who's supposed to be out here in Spellcaster. That's going to be his first appearance in our pretty much in any of our series here on TF Motorsports.
Indeed, one of the old names back in the old days who were the teammates of Wolvers, and I believe he's got the 2-minute clock back here, Thomas.
2-minute clock has... Oh, never mind. He actually just spawned in, and he is in Spellcaster. One of the oldest trucks in the field here tonight. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see how he does here in our qualifying competition. And yeah, I'm going to call him GC. And we're excited to see how he does here in the qualifying and in racing. And I think the chassis that he picked is going to benefit. These Wilhelm chassis are pretty good.
Indeed, this is actually one of the oldest chassis is in here. And if Omar can actually... Wait, I don't know, but... What... I love his old name, the Spellcaster. His name goes way back then. And didn't really get to know much about this ride, but let's see how JC does.
All right, so we're currently waiting right now on Omar to give the lights. All right, so it looks like Coop is going to give the lights, I believe.
I'm just going to have to call this one then, because I cannot see a Omar screen for this.
All right, so a nice start. Going into that first corner. Kind of stabs the brakes a little bit. Back down the straightaway into that last corner. Goes a little bit too tight. That's going to cost him a little bit of time here into that jump. 18.690 is going to be his first time out of the 2 times. Now he's got to go into that right-hand lane. .690, his first qualifying time as he went into the left-hand lane. Now the right-hand lane is where he's got to go next. And then we'll see his official time going into racing. All right, so now he's ready to go. His second qualifying time about to be shown. And yep, whenever he takes off, that is when the qualifying time will start. But yeah, looks like... So Omar just made it back, Baymax, so possibly after this run.
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay, yeah, so I guess you're able to see again. I guess Omar had to quickly do something. So...
Yep. So let's see what the Spellcaster's got, as there's the green light.
All right, there we go. Much better into that entry there.
Almost clipped that barrier there, as here he comes to the final turn.
He's got a little bit
And
more power.
Oh, we checked up there for a minute, though. Hang on there.
Now, going under review, it looked like he was a little bit off into that jump. Might have been a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, you want to get all four wheels
And yes,
up that ramp as well, as I always say.
he did not get two tires. Yes, so that will be a 5-second penalty. So his first time will be his fastest time, 18.690 for Spellcaster JC, making his all-out debut here tonight.
Cannot wait to see what he's got in store for this as well. As let's get ready for our next competitor.
Yep, so far it's been a pretty good start to tonight's competition. So far we've gotten 3 qualifying times. So far your fastest qualifier is Coop the Boss in Son of a Digger, getting a fast time of 16.365. Next time is going to be Graveprower in Maximum Destruction, your defending points champion and your defending racing champion from Season 1.
And Omar better stream this on my end, because I better see this man run it hard.
As now we wait for him to make the
There we
call
go.
again. Graveprower is doing multiple things at once right now tonight, so he's kind of busy tonight, but hopefully he's able to make it to qualifying as so as of right now, he might be like crazy busy. Oh wait, he actually just made it back. He actually just put a message. And again, so because of tonight, yeah, we're gonna have to try to do some texting in this event, and that could be a little bit tough for some calls. But he's going onto the track now.
But nevertheless, Maximum Destruction. And also notice, he's representing the late great Dale Earnhardt. I can see the number 3 on that body. Great. Hey, tribute for the NASCAR legend, Dale Earnhardt.
Yep, so he's got 2 qualifying times. He's going to start in that left-hand lane. Graveprower had a crazy, it was pretty much a surreal season. He started off with a little bit of bad luck. Then he got some wins. He was starting to rank in some wins, but he also was struggling at some points, battling Felipe, battling Butterlord, and then what happened afterwards, he just completely just swept Bridgeport and won the championship in one racing, and now he's looking to try to get a good start.
Good run so far. I wonder if Coop's going to get a little nervous in the hot seat here.
Close.
Excuse me, the time seat.
Let's take a look at the time before he goes into his second qualifying time. So going into our event information, so he got a 16.654. That was so far put him in second place. So he's got one more qualifying time here in our qualifying so far. Graveprower, Maximum Destruction, looking to try to get both championships once again here in Season 2. And again, Season 2 is a different monster compared to Season 1. And yeah, pretty much with all the points battles, qualifying and racing is all the competitions you've got to do. So that's going to be a challenge for him.
As there he goes off the lane. And, got a little bit. I wonder if that's a little bit of a trick he's trying to do. He went a little small in the jump. As here he goes in the final turn, Thomas. Oh, that might be a little check up, though.
He got a 17 on that. So his first time will be the fastest time. So they'll put him in second place in qualifying. So far, Coupe de Boss is currently your leader.
Hats off to him on that first run. That almost got him out of that lead there, Thomas.
All right, so next up, we're going to have Omar and Gravedigger go next. So Omar has been very, very eager to get out there. And so far, he's only competed in one event, and that was back in Season 1 at Syracuse. He missed racing, but he got into freestyle, put on a big run. But now with Season 2, starting in Season 2, we're not really freestyle focused, but we're more racing focused. I wonder how this is going to benefit Omar, especially since we have not seen him race in the All Out Monster Truck Series yet. And I think he's just
I haven't really watched.
He's very eager to get out there and put on a really fast pass.
Omar's really eager to do anything. As he has the black and green wrecking machine staged up right now.
Omar and Gravedigger, nice start as he goes into the first corner. Look at that sweeping, chucking the truck on the other side.
I think he almost tried to take a little bit of a note from Trey Prower, as here comes the final turn.
Oh my, he just destroyed.
Did he just do it?
15. He made it to 15. 15.741 for Gravedigger in the first qualifying time.
That is something else.
$15.741 for Gravedigger. Omar looking for the second.
I know how Omar is teammates with Coupe de Boss, but he just schooled him. As here it goes for his second run.
And there's the green. And he gets hiked up.
That's gonna cost him there.
Yeah, so that
But
first.
don't matter, and he's gonna try to roll it again.
Man, we had a lot of issues throughout that qualifying session. First, hang on, we're trying to. I clicked on something and like some RPM stuff was showing. I don't know what was that. But anyway, so his first time is the fastest now. 15.741.
And here I thought there was going to be 16 seconds. Omar just broke it like Deadpool breaks the fourth wall.
All right, so, and again, bear with us for some technical difficulties that we had during Omar's qualifying run, but we do have the information set. He is your number one qualifier. Next up for qualifying is going to be another 1950 Chevy panel. However, this time it is Stephen Butterlord in Ghost Division. He is your next one that's going to be qualifying in tonight's competition.
Stephen Butterlord, one guy who I never really heard of. I can't wait to see what he's got for us tonight.
There we go.
Got a good look at that Chevy panel wagon for you folks. So hopefully Thomas got that screen fixed up for y'all, so you can see that truck out in the field as he's staged up, ready to go.
Yep, so Stephen Butterlord currently, Season 1, he was on a roll, and he got quite a few racing wins, got a few other competition wins, and unfortunately he just came up short in Season 1. So this season he's just looking for redemption to get back either the racing title or the points title. And now Omar ready to give the go for Steven.
Yeah, just a little sip of my Pepsi there for a second. There he goes.
Right there on the brake a little bit.
Checked up there for a minute.
16.703 for Ghost Division for the first time. He's got one more time. And from what we've seen with Omar, he was like on the gas almost the whole time. So with this, you got to be in that corner. And I think with that greater 35 chassis, it seems to be benefiting. But we'll see how he does in the second qualifying time. 16.703 is that first time.
I really don't want to be nicknaming Omar Fogler Util, but let's see what Steve has as he's already green.
Really nice.
Oh, he got
tight, little tight turn there.
Almost got himself in trouble, I thought. As final turn.
15.935. He came close. But man, I think it's that chassis.
What is going on with these peeps? Oh god, I said it both for a minute.
15.935 for Butterlord, Stephen Butterlord in Ghost Division. That will put him in the second place spot. He came close, but Omar just had it by a little bit. As now coming up next for qualifying as we go by the order from where they've signed up. Next up is going to be the old school fan, Patrick in Toxic. He's going to be the next one to go in our qualifying session, as we have two more qualifiers to go here tonight.
Patrick, one of the veterans here, are back all the way almost, I believe, in the Monster Meltdown series as well, as here he comes with Toxic.
Yep, he made his debut, I believe, alongside Coop the Boss at Season 2 of the Monster Meltdown. He drove Bob and Tom, and in his first event, he won Freestyle, and now he is looking to try to get some more wins. Last time he's won here on TF Motorsports was a non-televised event in the Season 1 debut of the All Out Monster Truck Series, where he won Freestyle when we had that experimental season. But now in this more permanent racing series season, let's see how he does, and hopefully he can gain some racing wins and some qualifying wins.
Oh, he almost bobbled there for me on that straightaway, Thomas.
Oh, and that first corner bit him.
Oh, that's going to hurt him.
19.138 for Toxic. Patrick going up on two wheels. Just
Oh, it's.
I guess it was just for the what?
And it's over on the lid.
Pretty much just for the fun of it, I guess. So 19.138 for Patrick and Toxic. So we're going to see how he does in the second qualifying time. Nice start. Going right into the first corner. Really good form. Little loose, but recovered really quickly. Now he's got that final corner. Patrick, pretty smooth run. But
he almost hiked up in the rear there for a minute, Thomas.
But it looked like he went into that middle ramp on the second jump. As yes, he was on the... Oh, no? Or let's quickly take a look really quickly. All right, so we got the word he's clean. So it will be official. So 17.139 is going to be Patrick's time then. So
very close.
So we just had to get our tech officials to clarify on that. So yes, the second time is official for Patrick, and he got a pretty decent time.
Pretty good run, but we have two more competitors left. See who can knock out Omar. I completely forgot his name again, but we're not going to talk about that.
All right, so last up in qualifying is going to be Adam in Goldberg. He's going to be our last competitor up here tonight. And if Adam EXE and Goldberg is not able to knock off Omar, then Omar will be your fastest qualifier, and he will be the one to have lane choice.
But let's see if he can actually put the name Who's Next in the submission. Because this is one of my favorite Hall of Fame wrestlers, and he better put on a good time for me. And Bill Goldberg himself.
As now the truck spawns in, and we're going to soon have the camera on Adam EXE, his first appearance here tonight. Oh, there we go. As now he is now on camera, and we are set to go. Goldberg. Adam about to qualify for his first time. Nice start.
Good start at the moment.
Oh, look at that. Really good turn. Slings that sucker in there.
Look at this.
Oh,
look at this.
All right, we're going to take a look at the times here. He knocked off Omar. We have a #1 qualifier, 15.411.
And he's got the hand out the window.
15.411.
He's got his hand out the window, Thomas. Give it Omar, believe the bird.
Now, he's got the fastest qualifying time, but how faster can he go? He still has one more qualifying time to go before we get to our main racing competition.
Now, did you see his hand out the window giving Omar the you-know-what? So let's see what Adam's got. Look at this man go.
Oh, he's just trying.
Look at this man.
He's just slightly slower from that first time, 15.669. Believe it or not, both times beat Omar. So, 15.
What in the world?
15.411. Adam EXE is your #1 qualifier, which means he will get lane choice. So this will be very crucial. And not only that, he also gets really, really good in the points chase. So far, he's going to be your first leader in the points chase for the first out of the 12 events. But, man, qualifying went insane. But we're about to have our first side act, and it's going to be rock crawlers. So we're going to take a quick little break from monster trucks, and we're going to shift our way to rock crawlers. And what's going to happen is they're going to go on the monster truck track, and they're just going to race around.
As I believe Omar's got one of them out here right now.
Yep, so we have the rock crawlers. So it's the Showtime rock crawlers that are in the currently in the side act page. And yeah, coming up in just a few, we will get them all set and ready to go after this quick message.
At JCB, we know good enough is never good enough. Simply meeting expectations just won't cut it. We built JCB with that in mind, because in this life, you have to tackle each challenge as it comes. Be strong. Be bold. Be committed. You have to rise above. You have to be better.
Things are looking a little bit more wild as now we're getting ready for rock crawler racing. We got the drivers' names in place so we know who's driving what. So we're going to have Patrick be the first one to race as he's going to face off against one of the few.
And I hope Omar's got the mod because I can't see it streaming anymore.
Alright, so it looks like it'll be Patrick and Steven going first. As they're beginning to line up, Coop. He's going to be waiting patiently on top right by the bus.
There we go.
Omar ready to, looks like he'll be facing off against Coop after this.
Now this is going to be interesting, Thomas. You're probably going to have to maybe... I don't know. But I guess they say... It's just basically just like normal monster truck racing, but rock crawl style.
Yeah, we got quite a few rock crawlers out here. And first will be Steven and Patrick squaring off in our first of 2 side acts here tonight. Patrick with a really good start over Steven.
I can't really tell who is who in this one. I believe Patrick is in the blue one.
Oh, Steven with a really good jump on the stretch, but he cuts the turn a little too tight.
Steve is gonna, and Patrick has a little. I can't even tell who's who, but I'm just gonna have to call him.
And yep, Steven got the win. Patrick went a little bit too tight. He was actually tighter than where Steven was. So Steven will be moving on. And
Up next, I believe, is Coop and Omar.
Yep, we have Coop and Omar. Then after Coop and Omar, it'll be Steven and Felipe. And then we will see who will be winning after that. So technically, it's a semi-final for these rock crawlers.
Thomas, you're going to have to commentate this one since Omar is actually out on the track.
And yep, Omar, Coop. Omar has the R, Coop has the O. Omar jumped a little bit. We're going to have Omar give a R once again since he jumped. And now we're good to go. Nice start for Coop. Omar trailing back behind as they go into the first corner. Final corner, really tight for Coop. Omar.
Look at this! I believe Omar's got it.
Actually, it was Coop. Coop just got it for me. Again, we're just basing this from my end, and Coop just snatched it by just a little bit. Now as they begin to park, Steven will face off against Felipe in the Rock Crawler Racing. And Coop will be waiting for who will be facing him coming up momentarily. Steven lined up, ready to go. Felipe has not moved an inch. And yep, he's good now, so Steven, Felipe.
Steven needs to probably get on the other lane because I believe Felipe is on the other side.
Well, actually, Steven was there first, so it would be Felipe that would have to go to the left lane. And yes, now we are good. So Steven, Felipe, winner faces Coop in the Rock Crawlers. And there we go. And Felipe slept
Steve
at the line, yeah.
Felipe, excuse me.
And it looks like Steven...
I know Felipe... And Steve is actually going to spin out!
And Felipe...
So Felipe! And Felipe, come back! Why not? Come back!
Felipe comes back. And now it's going to be Felipe and Coop charging off in Rock Crawler Final.
And that's why, hi folks, you shouldn't be laughing at your opponent because you might make a mistake just like that.
And now these two are going to be squaring off in our championship battle for the Rock Crawlers. One of our 2 side acts of tonight. And it's a great start. Again, it's the same situation. Felipe really slept at the line this time, and Coop is just walking away with it.
And Felipe, I don't... did he have lag there or something? I don't know. But Coop, the boss, going away with this.
Yep, Coop easily gets this in the Rock Crawler Racing. And after that, Felipe's got to make sure he's got his situation fixed going into our main event, the Monster Truck Racing competition. And yep, as of right now, we're just currently cleaning up everything, and we're going to soon set up the bracket for our monster trucks. As coming up is your main event of the night, Monster Truck Racing. here are live on TF Motorsports.
No matter how good you are at one job, sometimes it's better to leave things to the experts.
Hey, let me help you with that.
Specialists that have a specific job to do, like Lucas Oil's complete line of quality lubricants and car care products, all developed to keep your vehicle performing at its best.
Something I can do.
Remember Lucas Oil when you need the right product for the right job. Available at quality auto parts retailers nationwide.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive, diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
Students that go through our programs have fantastic experiences and they come out getting good job placements.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
10 out of 10. If you even think this is the right place for you, you better just go.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
Monster Truck fans, it's time for your main event. Monster Truck Racing is about to take center stage here in Anaheim. And keep in mind, after Monster Truck Racing, we still got some fun things for you. But in terms of points, in the points chase, this is the main event. Monster Truck Racing, this is the most prestigious and one of the toughest competitions of any Monster Truck tour, dating back to the 1980s. And in this competition, there's been many upsets, many incredible moments throughout all sorts of different promotions and tours. And now here at the All Out Monster Truck Series, we're looking to try and bring it more to the forefront as we're about to kick off Monster Truck Racing. Baymax, this is it. After qualifying, after some rock crawlers, we've made it to the main event, and that's Monster Truck Racing. Who are you rooting for?
There's many drivers who I want to actually root for. Many of the drivers who have been doing really good so far. But I just need to say this. In the words of Sting, Anaheim!
We do love the energy from him, of course. As Baymax once again giving out the energy in the commentary booth, and we're glad that he's here. As now we are currently getting everything all set. As currently Spellcaster is currently being spawned in, and then eventually we'll have our first matchup.
And Steve will be Steve Birdlord, I believe. He'll be taking on an Adam.exe and that beautiful machine known as Goldberg. And I can tell you, I'm saying go.
And we're about to get things underway. And what a good start there for Adam.
Adam is looking good in the first turn. Coming down the straightaway. Final turn.
And it's all Goldberg moving to the semifinals. That men's chassis is really doing wonders.
Had some trouble.
Oh yeah, right there in that corner there. That turn has bit a few of these drivers. And now it just took a chunk right out of JC, putting him out of the points competition for the night. And as they say in the old days, going right to the trailer.
I think that's actually for the Monster Truck attitude. But who knows? Up next, I believe, Omar and Gravedigger coming out next.
It's going to be Omar, Gravedigger, Felipe in Uproar. That's going to be your pairing for this next race.
And fans, I'm going to let Thomas actually take over for this one.
And what's happening right now, while we wait for Felipe to get in. I'm also kind of multitasking, getting the official bracket pretty much put together. And both trucks are now in game, so I have to quickly take my mind off that. As here we go, Omar and the black and green wrecking machine Gravedigger facing off against Felipe in Uproar from Devilish Motorsports. Omar's been having
Devilish Motorsports.
Yep, Omar's been having really, really good turns. So we're going to see if he's able to nail those turns again in this race. Winner faces Adam and Goldberg. Huge jump for Uproar, but the turn goes to Gravedigger. Neck and neck. And look at him just swing that truck around. Easy work for Gravedigger. And Felipe had a shot, and he's rolling over. And so
over goes to Uproar. So is Omar. What more can you say from these two, Thomas? Going over the hill as the regular is saying it's together.
As now we're currently getting our next matchup in. So next pairing, we got Stephen Butterlord. He's one of the drivers that's going to be in this next race, from what I've seen.
Excuse me, hey about that. I met JC driving Spellcaster last time, so I apologize for that, folks.
Yep. So far, we actually have Stephen Butterlord's actually having issues with his computer. Believe it or not, this might be affecting him here tonight.
Yeah, some of this can actually bite it. I have had that kind of problem as well when I was running back then. Even when I first started in the tour, when I first drive Gravedigger in my debut, I had problems like this before sometimes.
And yep, so from what we have here, Stephen Butterlord is supposed to face off against Patrick in Toxic. Now, once we reach... Okay, so right now it's 8:49, so we're going to give him 2 minutes. So 8:51 is where the clock will strike, and that will be his time. His time will be up after that point. So Patrick is... Yeah, Patrick's good to spawn in and start staging up.
Hopefully they can get... hopefully Steve can actually get his truck out there ready to face off against Toxic 2.0. Because that grill is supposed to be Toxic 2.0, folks. That's not the regular Toxic, just saying.
Alright, so Steven has 1 minute. So while we wait for this 1 minute to go by, if he's able to make the call or not, Patrick is looking
And I think...
Yeah, so Stephen Butterlord possibly might have called it. We're going to currently still wait that extra minute just to be safe on the safe side, but Patrick is looking to advance automatically into the semifinals, and then we'll see who will be facing off against him after that point, if he is the only one that's lined up once we reach 8:51, which is in just a few seconds now from where I'm talking.
And I believe Butterlord is actually... Hey, I got the call. I believe that Butterlord may not make it back in time. He's going to be back for freestyle, though.
Yep, again, freestyle. There's going to be some fun exhibitions. We're super excited for that. All right, Toxic, bye run. 2 minutes have went by, and Steven is out of racing, so Patrick is able to move on, so he's able to do a buy run whenever he is ready. As he's able to go when ready now. So Patrick gonna take this little buy run, and again, this is crucial because he's only did 2 passes here tonight, but doing a third pass with no pressure, he can feel how tacky the dirt is, or if he feels a spot that could trip him up. So he's good to go when we
like
get
that,
to the
almost,
semifinals.
Thomas.
Yeah, like that. Patrick, nice smooth run and Toxic, as he'll be moving on to that semifinals. As now we get ready for the final matchup of round number 1. Final matchup of round number 1. As I'm going through the notepad from what we had from the qualifying session. So we just had... Excuse me for a second. So we just had Adam and GC. Adam knocked out GC and won that race. Then we have the other matchup where Omar and Felipe went off. Close race, but it was Omar who went away with the win. Patrick just got a bye run from Stephen Butterlord. So now the last remaining 2 drivers is supposed to be Coop and Grave Prower. That's going to be your last pairing in round number 1 of racing.
2 of the best known drivers. One of them, I actually am. I don't want to say close friends, but one of them is my favorite. I want to say VTuber as well, because Great Prowler has one of his own YouTuber channels as well. If you, I'm not going to say anything else other than let's see what Great Prowler is going to get Scoop the Boss. But keep an eye on Coop. He's been fast during qualifying as well.
As now we're going back into the screen. We got Coop. We have Grave. Winner faces Patrick, the old school fan, in Toxic in the semi-final round. Crucial points on the line.
And I don't want to say it's the greatest rival in all motorsports, but this is basically a Digger and Max D race here as they're coming to the first turn.
Oh, it's Son of a Digger so far
And
to
a
the line.
Son of a Digger with a great turn, and he's gonna pull.
And a Coop and Son of a Digger will win. He'll be moving on to face Patrick in the semifinal. Another close bout between these drivers here in our main event, the Monster Truck Racing competition. So the semifinals is now set. We have Adam, Omar facing off in our first race. Then it will be Patrick and Coop in our second race. But man, talk about a great first round. Might have been a little slow, but now we're starting to pick up the pace here.
And Thomas, we had the greatest rivalry in all motorsports. Not Maximum Destruction, though, but Tom Mintz used to drive Goldberg, and he faced it off against the Gravedigger. We're driven by Omar. It's a truck matchup that many fans has loved to see.
Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent to the old 2000 and 2001 days of the old TNN Monster Jam, Motor Madness days. It was Dennis and Tom. And now it's Omar and Gravedigger and Adam EXE in Goldberg.
And Thomas, you're going to have to call this one as they go green.
Nice start. Goldberg with the slight advantage. Goldberg has the fastest qualifying time going into tonight. Omar looking to try to get the advantage. Final corner. Really good turn by both. It's going to be close. Goldberg by just the nose. That's got to be the closest race of the night. Goldberg.
I don't know on that because I couldn't even see the tread line.
It was Goldberg who's going to be moving on to the final round in an incredible showdown. Oh my goodness.
I am sending a message to these folks. Tell them who's next.
As now both of those drivers will despawn as now we get ready for our last matchup.
I don't even know how if Adam's trying to send a message to Coop, because he's up next right now. Oh. And God knows if Coop goes into the finals against Adam, it's going to be button heads there, Thomas. But he's going to have to go and face off. Coop's got to basically beat Patrick who's coming out here with Toxic.
Goldberg currently set in the final round. Again, I was just in a fantastic showdown, and now we are soon about to get this race underway. It's either Goldberg's either going to face Coop or Patrick. And a great start for Son of a Digger. Meanwhile, Patrick charges back on that first jump, but Coop decides to go low, and that seems to be working as they go into the final corner. It's Son of a Digger moving to the championship round, and Patrick with another crash. Coop will line back up as we get ready for our championship round, our main event of the night. It's Son of a Digger versus Goldberg.
Alright.
Fantastic night so far. These drivers have been going all out, and now we're down to the final two of the racing competition. It's Cooper Boss in Son of a Digger versus Adam EXE in Goldberg for the championship round of our first show. I'll be doing the lights once again. We're going rowdy
Anaheim.
in Anaheim. And here they come. Goldberg with the advantage. Son of Digger tries to climb back. They come to the finish line. It's going to be Goldberg winning in Anaheim.
What a race! As Omar actually could not show me his screen because I didn't see that finish.
Goldberg, Adam EXE wins the racing competition in a tremendous race. And then we got a few more things just for fun after this. Our main points competitions of the evening has concluded. Goldberg completely sweeps our racing activities for the monster trucks, and our points will be added up in the near future. How about that? Close racing after close racing, and it ended up right there with Goldberg winning it all. As now we are about to soon get ready for our second half of the show, which will be taking a quick little intermission, and then we'll be getting into it, where we'll have some go-kart racing, and we'll also have some monster truck freestyle. So do not leave your seats. We still have some fun activities coming up after this.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive, diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
Students that go through our programs have fantastic experiences, and they come out getting good job placements.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
10 out of 10. If you even think this is the right place for you, you better just go.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
Get the same quality and performance the pros depend on when you fill up at VP Racing Fuels. And while you're there, check out VP Madditives, formulated by the mad scientists to give your ride a seat-of-the-pants boost. Visit VPRacingFuels.com for more information. Watch Tutor Championship action on Fox. Check the TV schedule at IMSA.com.
At JCB, we know good enough is never good enough. Simply meeting expectations just won't cut it. We built JCB with that in mind, because in this life, You have to tackle each challenge as it comes. Be strong. Be bold. Be committed. You have to rise above. You have to be better.
No matter how good you are at one job, sometimes it's better to leave things to the experts.
Hey, let me help you with that.
Specialists that have a specific job to do, like Lucas Oil's complete line of quality lubricants and car care products, all developed to keep your vehicle performing at its best.
Something I can do.
Remember Lucas Oil when you need the right product for the right job. Available at quality auto parts retailers nationwide.
Welcome back, fans, as now we're just getting into our second half of the show, and this one will be a little bit more laid back because the main competitions of the night have concluded, as qualifying and racing has just happened, as Adam EXE and Goldberg completely sweeps those competitions. And now we're about to get into go-karts, and then we will get into monster trucks. So far, it's been a pretty good night here. A lot of close racing, as we've seen. And so far, the closest race was Goldberg and Gravedigger in the semi-final, where Goldberg with Adam EXE won by just a pinch of a tire. Like, the closest race we've seen all night long. And you would have to play that back to watch it again. As now we're getting things all set for our first of two things for the night. And then we'll be ready to go. Alright, so it seems like there might be possibly change of plans because of the low amount of drivers that possibly are in. So we're currently going through the information. There might be a chance that we might just go straight into freestyle. As, yes, it seems like that will be the case. Oh, actually, no. Felipe just spawned in. We might have a shot where we might bring this in. Yes, the carts are in. So we will be doing the go-karts first. Just had to do a quick rundown, and now we are set and ready to go. So with go-karts, they're going to go with the same monster truck track, but they have a choice between to go either the left or the right lane, and they got to go 3 laps around. So the ones who are able to participate will be shown. And also, of course, we're going to have the labels on so we know who is where. It'll be 3 laps, and they can choose different lanes each time. And the 2 drivers that have made the call is Felipe and Patrick. Felipe bringing out the Boss Gator, and we have Patrick in an El Toro Loco go-kart. Now the R is in chat. And now we watch the lights 3 laps around. And they both go into the left lane. Looks like they're going to try to go a little bit more side by side. Look at Felipe just charging over to Patrick, and Felipe goes up on 2 wheels. So does Patrick. Lap 2, Patrick with that lead. Felipe charging back. Oh, Patrick, he saves it, but this gives Felipe an advantage as they swap lanes. Now they're going into the opposite directions. Patrick flips again. This is going to give Felipe an advantage. And Felipe almost went over. You saw him go on 2 wheels. Last lap, and Felipe and Boss Gator with that lead. And winning our second out of the 2 side acts here tonight, Felipe is going to get the go-kart win. And Patrick has been just destroying his in pure calamity fashion. Let's give it up for Felipe and Patrick putting on a show here in some go-kart racing. And now we're just about to get our freestyles underway. And Patrick, believe it or not, is going to be the first one to go in our freestyle. So here's freestyle. No scores, no timer. These drivers have a freedom of... They can do whatever they want, but they got to watch out for, of course, with the remote ignition interrupter. Once they see that in chat or hear it verbally, they have to shut the truck off at any means. So that's the only thing they got to watch out for. But other than that, they're able to do whatever they want for you fans. There's also destruction obstacles that they can put out on the track. That is put in the destruction section of the server. And Patrick will be the first one to go in Toxic. And here on the track, he ends up putting, looks like Omar's Gravedigger on the track as Omar ended up leaving. And he'll be brought back for freestyle later. But Patrick put his truck up there, and this is going to be his little bonus. He's going to be trying to jump over that Gravedigger truck. Here we go, Patrick completely jumping over Gravedigger. And now the truck slowly rolls off of that ramp. Kind of perfect, kind of gives him all the room. And now Patrick is just going to send it for you fans. Remember, no timer, no scores. This is just for the fans alone. Both to show off, but also possibly to practice for other tours for their freestyles. Patrick up on 2 wheels, and he's going to save it. Even if it's just an exhibition, he is on the gas. He's not even slowing down for a second. And RAI's called. That's going to be it as he hits the wall on that barrel roll. Fans, give it up for Patrick in Toxic. Great run from him. As now we're going to get ready for our next run. As we slowly will add up the points in just a few days. And then we'll get our results in for qualifying and racing. Next up is going to be Gravedigger for the freestyle section of our show. And again, this is just for exhibitions. There is no points in the line since qualifying and racing just occurred. And we had some close battles, and they, of course, will be shown in highlight videos from months to come. And coming up pretty soon will be Gravedigger for our freestyle showcase here tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning up here on this spectacular night of action so far. Again, it's been a very, very incredible night of monster truck action. A lot of great qualifying as we saw earlier. Great racing as we saw earlier. And now we're winding down here tonight with just a few freestyle runs moving forward. All right, so we'll push Omar's run down since he is not here right now. So we'll have GC go in Spellcaster for right now. Again, he's made a very, very good debut this season. Had a pretty strong showing in the racing competition. Just that corner, though, that last corner bit him in racing, but he still had a pretty solid performance in racing. And now he's going to show his stuff and show off in freestyle. Here we go, fans. Spellcaster is up. GC rocking the house. Huge skywheel off the middle ramp. GC really giving us some good shots. Nice little air there on that car jump. And I believe after this might be a Gravedigger. I think Omar might have just joined back. GC Spellcaster having some pretty good hits here. Another big sky wheelie. He's really keeping in these sky wheelies here. Oh, and again, I don't know if it's by design or by accident, but that was another good one. And again, either that or possibly just the way how the truck is set up with that Wilman chassis. Or something similar to a Wilman. Definitely a great truck to show off here in an exhibition run. And here comes some donuts from Spellcaster. GC putting on some really good donuts. Going for the apex. First one to go for a backflip. Strapping down, and REI's on his lid. Give it up for GC in Spellcaster. A great little exhibition run for you monster truck fans. And now as he's slowly getting that truck out of the way, we'll have Gravedigger come up next. Omar with a great showing in the racing competition. Got really quick in qualifying. And then just lost it against Goldberg. But, however, still did well in points. So a really good start for Omar. And now he is in. As now we're about to have Omar rock the house in Gravedigger. Camera is now set on the black and green wrecking machine. Even though that freestyle is not a main competition anymore, Omar still wants to deliver. And it looks like he parked the truck instead. Not too sure what's going on here. Wait a minute. Bringing out the old Gravedigger. The old spray painted lettering on the back, or on the side of the truck rather. And what a beautiful jump over the regular Gravedigger that he drove earlier tonight in racing. And now we're about to see a ragged edge run. What a slap wheelie. And again, there's a double slap wheelie. Oof. That looks like it might have hurt. Keeps it going. And now a bicycle. Making good use of the mistake. Turns it into a pretty much nice technical move. Beautiful. Oh, into a wheelie. The way how that truck is set up is just perfect for racing. And then it just kind of gets into freestyle. Oh, just the hang time on that jump. He is just letting it all hang out here. Omar Gravedigger. Just look at that as he's just gliding that truck around. Back for yet another bicycle. Onto the sidewalls. Incredible save. Oh! I spoke too soon. Over he goes. REI is called. He is done now. He just drilled that truck into the ground. How about it for Omar and Gravedigger? Because now we are just about to get our next run in. Next up for the freestyle portion of our show is going to be Felipe, as we're super excited to see what he does here in our little exhibitions here for our final part of tonight's event. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, as we still have just a few exhibition runs as our points stuff ended. And that would be with Goldberg sweeping, qualifying, and racing. Adam EXE and Goldberg is going to be your leader in points going into week number 2 next Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on TF Motorsports. Yeah, Felipe had some bad luck in qualifying and Uproar. However, he got used to the truck and had a strong showing, but just lost to Omar, but not by much. And again, yeah, it really wasn't by much. He was really on it. And if Omar slipped a little bit, Felipe would have caught him, and he would have walked away with it. It was, like, really that close. And it looks like Felipe bringing out a little something special for you. As now he is set to go now. Take a look at that. A unique looking tailgater truck. Another Devilish Motorsports custom. And now here he comes. Nice air to start off his little exhibition run. And once again, with these exhibition runs, there is no timer. There is no scores, but just to thrill the fans. And that's kind of what he's going to do. And a big somersault save. Another piece of really good air there. As he goes back into that bus. Huge air. And what these exhibition runs are, it's not just to thrill the fans or just to kind of show off, but also possibly prep and practice, because there's other tours out there that has freestyle as a competition. So this could be some really good help for them. Oh, just soars over the camper. He put a camper out there. And knowing Felipe, he's going to be hitting that camper pretty soon. And he's the first one, I believe, that actually nailed a backflip, and he puts it into a nose wheelie, no less. And he's going to blast. Oh. Kind of put it into a 180 rotation. He hit the motorhome, but the motorhome is actually still standing, just with a dent on the side. I'm actually kind of shocked it's still standing like that. And I think Felipe might have heard me. I mean, there's a little bit more damage on the other side, still kind of standing. And it looks like he's got some tire damage, I believe. Yeah, that thing is starting to move a little bit. And there we go. Now the motorhome is destroyed. And so is Tailgater. Over he goes. How about it for Felipe and Tailgater? Another great exhibition run. As we're winding down the exhibitions for the night, we still, I believe, got a few more for some of the drivers that want to be a part of this. Looks like we have roughly about maybe three more drivers. So we will soon have them go up. Next up, it is going to be, looks like it'll be Stephen Butterlord in Ghost Division. He unfortunately had mechanical issues, and that cost him to be in the racing competition after qualifying pretty decently. And now he is looking to try to thrill his fans after unfortunately having some mechanical issues leading into the racing competition. A little bit of notes here for Stephen Butterlord. He has had some really good moments in the All Out Monster Truck Series. Stephen Butterlord has won many different competitions in this series, and he indeed was really close to getting the official points championship, but unfortunately some mechanical gremlins bit him, and he lost it, and now he is good to go. Stephen Butterlord, Ghost Division, huge air to start. Cheer him on, Stephen Butterlord, Ghost Division, huge air again. And he's on his side already, 2 hits. I think we're going to have to flip him back over, and we're going to have him go again. But however, it looks like he decided to call it right after that, actually. So that might be it. Still 2 hits, but those 2 hits were sweet. As now, coming up next, we're going to try to get Grave Prower in here in Maximum Destruction. As Coop had pretty okay, so yeah, so Grave Prower is going to be put pushed back a little bit. All right, so we're going to have Adam actually go next. Adam and Goldberg. He has been the one who's been dominating this whole entire night. Started off in qualifying. He got the qualifying win. Then we move on to the racing competition. He went and he got the racing competition win with perfect ease. And now the truck begins to spawn in, and we're going to see how he does in his exhibition run for you fans out here watching live. Hang on, I noticed something. Kind of a similar situation. He's pulling out, looks like that's Graves' truck. Adam pulling out Graves' Maximum Destruction. Looks like we're starting to see a lot of rivalries here between Grave. First, Season 1 was all about Grave and Stephen Butterlord, and now it's starting to just evolve into every driver wanting a piece of Grave. And now Adam EXE is adding his name to that ever-growing list of drivers. Here's your qualifying and racing winner, the one who's currently your points leader, Adam EXE in Goldberg. Doing a little parade lap with the hand out the window. A little bit of a photo opportunity there. And he just sends it over Maximum Destruction. Adam EXE completely dominated racing in both categories of a points competition. And now he is looking to go and continue his success starting next week when we have our next event. But right now he's just showing his appreciation and doing a bonus freestyle for the fans. Look at him just walk that oh my. That was nice. Hang on, back to the 8-pack. Beautiful form. He's just getting air after air after air. Could this be the next rivalry for Season 2? Adam and Grave? Oh, look at that butt kicker right there. Oof. A little bit of a bicycle there. Look at him just walking that truck on the two side BKTs. Beautiful job. And yeah, these Willman trucks are just pure racing trucks. And Adam proved that both in qualifying and racing, sweeping both. Pure Tom Men's sidewalls there. Man, he is just going on a tear. This is not even scored, and he is just going. And how about that perfect way to end it off, right on the lid. Fans, give it up for your qualifying and your racing winner of the night, Adam EXE in Goldberg. Man, talk about a fantastic run that he just put on. Just completely destroyed that truck. Getting huge air after huge air. Now he's pulling both trucks back to the tunnel. As we're wrapping up the night, we still have one more driver, and that, of course, is Grave Prower in Maximum Destruction. And now, Grave Prower, your last one up for a exhibition run here tonight at the All Out Monster Truck Series in Anaheim. So, while we wait for Grave to slowly get back into it, let's go ahead and let's talk about where we're going to be next. So, next Friday, we will be live, and we're going to be going to Tampa 2000. So, that truck's going to be a little bit more old school, and it's going to be a unique style. So, we're going to see how that style of track will play into our racing competitions, both qualifying and racing, coming up next Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the official time slot for the All Out Monster Truck Series. And then after that, we're going to go down the list. So we also have Dayton, Ohio, the only track that's actually an arena track, believe it or not. That one is going to be after Tampa. Then we'll go to Toronto, then Seacock Speedway. And then we're going to go to Dubai, Motley Oval, St. Louis, Pontiac, Foxborough, East Rutherford, and then we end off our point season in Minneapolis. And now, soon about to pull onto the track, your final driver to do an exhibition before we wrap up the night, Grave Prower, Maximum Destruction, your defending racing and your defending points champion of Season 1, looking to try to regain those titles as he is the main driver to look out for. And again, he is a big fan favorite in TF Motorsports, and he's also a pretty popular driver in Rigs of Rod's monster truck competition. Had a little bit of struggles here in qualifying and racing, but now the pressure's off, and Grave just wants to thrill his fans. And he's going off and having some pretty good, consistent hits. And, yep, again, no timer, no scores. He's just thrilling it in true Max D fashion. Grave Maximum Destruction. Got some really consistent hits here. On the side, and he's going to pull off a spectacular save. That was really, really, really close. Some really good donuts just with the front steer. Grave Prower, Maximum Destruction. Hoping to have better success next week in Tampa in qualifying and racing. But again, he had a pretty decent showing for his first show back. Yep, there's going to be plenty of unique styles that these drivers are going to have to tackle in racing. And Grave is hoping to try and get some qualifying and racing wins. But with this lineup that has completely gotten a little bit more tougher, it's going to be a challenge, but we're going to see how Grave does in these next 11 events. Meanwhile, he's going to continue to thrill with a consecutive backflip. Beautifully done. Grave just taking the extra mile and really going after it here. And And it's gonna be... Oh, wait! He still pulled it off. And he's gonna roll it again. Keeping it rolling. Saves it again. Grave is indestructible. And this is fully confirmed with all these saves he's taken. Oh, beautiful. Just had a really good brake check and tried to put it on the front two BKT tires. Man, looking to really rock the house here. Still going after several minutes. And Grave is gonna still pull it back over. And here he comes. This is going to be the coup de grace of the run as he's on the lid. How about it for Grave in maximum destruction, thrilling the fans in our final run of the night for our exhibitions. Fans, thank you so much for coming on here and watching these bad boys go in our racing competitions. As we just saw, qualifying, racing, both swept by Adam EXE in Goldberg. But now, going into next week where we go from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast in Tampa, anything can happen. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in live, and we'll see you next week here live on TF Motorsports. I'm Thomas Frasco. Good night from